the Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Brought to you by Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Prattville, Trustmark Bank, CBE, and Durbin Auto Parts.
Hello, Lion Nation, and welcome into the Prattville Lions Football Review. I'm Will Barrett, along with our head coach, J.B. Wallace, looking back at last week's game against Central Phoenix City, a game that ultimately ended the season for the Lions. Coach, not the way you wanted to go out, but a hard-fought game.
Yeah, we didn't want to go out that way, but it was a good game, and, you know, the first half of the game seemed promising. You know, had some opportunities to score. I think we started the game off real well defensively. We started the game off real well, holding our own offensively and special teams. I think really we had the advantage in the first half, and we created opportunities to where we could score 3 times in the first half. And when you play against a team as talented as Central, you have to score when you get those opportunities. And we failed to score and get the ball in the end zone, and we go in at halftime 6-0. You know, which, you know, in our case, that's not a bad situation because I feel like we're always a play away from scoring and things like that, and we could just never regroup after that, and we ended up taking the loss at that point. But overall, our players played hard. You know, we had a difficult type of week, but, man, I was proud of how the coaches and the players just overcame adversity before the game, you know, with the things we had to go through with a couple guys getting sick, coaches getting sick, and you know, flu bug going around. But we were able to rebound and put a good product on the field.
There's no doubt, Coach. You're going toe-to-toe with a state championship contender. A lot of people think they're the odds-on favorite to maybe win state this year, and you're toe-to-toe with them. I mean, 6-0 at halftime, and could have had a lead at halftime. So, I mean, there's a whole lot you can go. You can scratch your head and go, what if? But to know that this team is on the level with the Central Phoenix City has got to make you feel good about the future. Yeah,
it does. You know, our guys fought through a whole lot this season. You know, we kind of started off kind of rocky, and they picked it up, you know, around Game 4, and we became a different team. And we showed what we're capable of. And, you know, without even looking back at the past of the summer or whatever, but we knew that we were fairly a young team. We had 5 returning starters offensively. We only had 4 returning starters on defense. But, man, they came out and they played hard and they battled hard. And I was just proud of how the team just came together and got it done when we needed to get it done. And, you know, looking at the playoff scenario, I think we, you know, could have been a team we'd have got in. We could have definitely made a run for it and competed with those teams, you know, the second time around.
Prattville ends the season at Central Phoenix City last Friday night at Garrett Harrison Stadium. Let's take a look at some of those in-game highlights. Empty set now for Epps as he sends English in motion. And the ball is loose, fumbled on the ground. English picks it back up. He's in trouble. Luke Gordon wraps him up around the 10-yard line. Pulled down at the 5-yard line. Big loss for the Red Devils.
Clock.
Rich snaps it in, looking downfield, looking that far side, rolling that way, now throws it. Got it complete to Blue. Blue's at the 40-yard line, out to the 42, and a first down for the Lions. Second quarter play, 0-0. Cam Rich loads it up. 2 receivers to the far side. Arrington in the sniffer on the near side. Here's Parks with the carry in the open, across the 35, on his feet to the 30. Another first down for the Lions, down to the 27-yard line. Epps from the shotgun. Loads it up. Everybody bunched in tight to give to Zachariah Simmons. He is belted at the line of scrimmage. Oh, is he ever belted by Brian Braggs. No score on the board. Neither team able to muster much offense thus far. Walker gets the punt away. Good snap from Wildman. English lets it bounce. Oh, we got it. The Lions recover the fumble. English went with a horrible mistake. Went from our right to our left. The kick is away, and it's going to be kicked short. Fielded on the run by Blue at the 20-yard line. Blue 25, Blue 30, still on his feet across the 40-yard line and dragging across the 45. Great return by KJ Blue. 3 receivers on the far side. English still in that slot. 1 on the near side. Epps wants to throw. Under some pressure. He's wrapped up and dropped by Tice Patry at the 13-yard line. Second half is underway as Paul puts toe to leather.
He was offside.
He was. But
this is returnable. Shanks picks it up at the 16-yard line, trying to get to the outside. 20.
Got it.
Shanks 25-30. Got a little crease. Shanks on his feet to the 40-yard line, and he's down right there. 2nd and 10 for Prattville from our 25-yard line. Rich, quick pass out in the flat, long pass. Shanks shakes a man loose, and Shanks to the 40. Shanks 45-50, cuts it back inside, still on his feet at the 40. Shanks to the 30, still on his feet down to the 23-yard line. Devils with a thin 6-0 margin right now. Lions trying to keep it that way. Here's Epps again. Everybody bunched in tight. They give it to Richardson. He is pulled down from behind. Minor on the stop. Tried for 2nd and 7 from just inside the 35 of Central go the Lions. Here is Richardson dropping back the pass.
Here he is, Cam.
Deep. Got Cam down in the corner. And Cam, does he pull it down?
Yes.
He does. Touchdown, Prattville. Well, now it's time for our Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game award for the Phoenix City game, and it is our punter, Turner Walker. Turner, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, you've been part of this team for a really long time. Your story has been one we really enjoyed watching unfold since you were in 9th grade coming on up. You waited your time. You patiently waited your time, and this year you're the starting punter. What's it been like for you this year?
I mean, it's been great. I've enjoyed the last 4 years putting on the Power P, and it means everything to be able to perform and have I thought, a pretty good year.
A very good year. Very good year. A lot of pressure punt situations, a lot of situations that take a punter to keep us cool, and you did that all year. And you represented the school and your team and your community really well. What would you say to kids out there that are coming in 9th grade, maybe 10th grade, maybe even 11th grade that haven't really had their chance on the field yet, and they're starting to feel like, maybe it's not worth it. Maybe if I'm not going to play on Friday nights, maybe I just won't play anymore. What would you say to them? Because that wasn't you.
Just keep your head down and keep working, and just it's one thing to be here, just showing up. It's another thing to be actively engaged in meetings and everything you do. Just do everything you hear at 100%, and you can find your way onto the field.
There it is. There you have it. Not only a great athlete, a great speaker as well. Turner Walker, you're a Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. This plaque is yours, along with a Sport Clips certificate for an MVP treatment. Make sure you take advantage of that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Turner Walker, our MVP, Player of the Game. Final segment here on the Prattville Lions football review, Coach. And I'm going to miss these. I'm going to miss these times with you. It's been fun. It's been a fun season sitting down talking with you week after week. Like I've said before, definitely not the way we wanted to go out. But this season was such a roller coaster of emotions. When you had this team had a chance to fold up its tents after week 3, and like you said in the previous segment, after week 4, they found another gear and became a completely different team. And I'm just proud as heck of the effort you guys put in the second half of the season. The coaches, the players, the staff, everybody gave us something to be proud of this year.
Well, we were on that 9 straight game. We had a bye week earlier in the week, and we had to go 9 straight games without a bye week, and so that itself is tough.
Mm-hmm.
But when we actually found our stride and we were able to go through the course of the season, we found a way to put it together. Those kids found a way to go and compete and go win, and I'm telling you, they shown glimpses of being one of the elite teams in the state, and I saw it, and a lot of the fans saw it as well, and you guys saw it, and just what the capability was of these kids and how they put it together. We learned to go on the road, and we understood after the Smith Station game some of the obstacles we'd have to face. And we had to go and figure it out, and they've done that in the Enterprise game and a convincing win there. And that's just to the kids and them loving to compete and them loving Prattville football. That's what it's all about, and I think they made the community proud.
I definitely, Coach. I know there's a lot of people that would like to thank, a lot of people that go to make this program be what it is year after year. Let's be honest, we're not the most resource-laden program around, so it takes a lot of human resources to make this happen. And so I'm just going to let you roll on that for a minute.
Yeah, you're right. We don't just have the resources that a lot of people have, and we don't have money just falling all out of the facility either. But however, I want to thank all of our supporters. I want to thank our sponsors for everything that they do. It takes a lot to run a 7A program, and they all came through and did it. They came through and did their part to pull this load for us and help us get it done. And also want to thank the churches that were involved in our prayer breakfast to get our game days going, and Chris Britton for heading that up and all that. And I want to thank you guys for what you've done for the program. parents for having their kids up here, especially when we have fall break and they got to get them here and we're practicing and all that kind of stuff. Just the time that you allowed us to spend with your son, I'm very appreciative of that. I'm appreciative of the coaches' wives, the administration, and everything that Mr. Ferris and Mr. Coach Mitchell's done, to help this program function, efficiently. All those guys, everybody played a role in that, and I'm thankful for that. And also the Prattville Line family. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for everything. Showing up at the stadium and having it one of the best environments in the state, in the country, for that being said, in the student section and all that. I mean, you all made it special, and I'm very proud of Bill Prattville Line, and I'm proud of everything that the city and the community have done for us.
Even though the Prattville Lions won't be in the playoffs this year, you could start to see the J.B. Wallace stamp getting into this program, like in the Enterprise game, the Opelika game, all those games in that run leading up to the last two games. You can start to see the grit and the fire that exists in these kids that you and your staff are putting in them. Just a fan of those flames, and so I'm looking forward to what's coming in the next year and the years to come with this program with you at the helm.
Well, I tell you this, these seniors that we're losing now, very talented group of young men, and I was just proud to be their coach, but we're pushing forward. These younger guys are growing up, they're taking ownership of the program. We have to take the next step in our program as far as off-season conditioning and all that kind of stuff, the commitment, the buy-in that it takes, not just from the players but even the community. I think we all have to recommit and buy in again and take this thing to where we could take it and be the best we could be. I think, I'm certain that our guys see the capability of this program, what we can do. I'm just excited for the growth of what's coming in the future.
Absolutely. Coach, it's a program on the rise indeed. And I know if we had gotten in the playoffs, we would have definitely made a run. I'd love to get a shot at Auburn or Central again.
Absolutely.
I know you would too.
Absolutely. That's why you got to take care of business when you get the opportunity. That's a hard lesson to learn sometimes. Mm-hmm. Hard lesson to learn. Our guys have learned it. Just listen to the conversation that they're having now. They're realizing it, and I know our seniors were hurt to go out like that, but I'm going to tell you something, looking in the eyes of the upcoming seniors, the juniors, they were hurt as well. So I kind of get a sense of hunger from those guys because I think they appreciate the leadership that they had in front of them, and, I think they learned from it, and they're going to use it to propel forward as we move through next season.
Humble, hungry, and smart. That's what it takes.
Yes, sir.
And you can be smart by choosing to put your money where your mouth is. One of these kids, November 8th, you got a chance to vote yes for a tax that will finally put resources where it needs to be, not only in the academic realm but in the athletic realm as well. Of Watauga County schools. So go to the polls on the 8th. Vote yes to Local Amendment 1. These kids deserve it. These coaches deserve it. This staff deserves it. These teachers deserve it. We can do better. And next year will be a whole new year, Coach.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Be ready to go.
Absolutely. So for the Millser behind the camera, for Coach J.B. Wallace, I'm Will Barrett saying, as always, good night, God bless, go Lions, and we'll see you next year.
The Prattville Lions Football Review with Coach J.B. Wallace. Brought to you by Stivers Chrysler Dodge Jeep of Prattville, Trustmark Bank, CBE, and Durbin Auto Parts.